You don't have to get in your car to come down here to the Channel 17 studios to drop off your membership gift. All we're asking you to do is take about 10 steps or 15 steps, whatever it is, to your telephone, pick it up, dial 716-881-4800. If you're outside our calling area, pick up your telephone, tell the operator you want to call that number, collect. We'll be happy to accept your collect call, but we need to accept your membership pledge tonight. We need to get that pledge of support from you, or we're not going to make this goal. We're not going to make this goal of 3,500 new members for Channel 17 by Sunday night. If we don't make the goal, $25,000 goes bye-bye. We can't afford to have that happen. Do you know what $25,000 is for programming at Channel 17? I don't mean to chuckle about it. It's much too serious business to be able to even think of chuckling about it. We need your pledge of support. We've taken 15 membership pledges so far. We should have taken 150 or maybe even 1,500 membership pledges for Channel 17. We're going to hold off for just a minute before we go to the Everly Brothers. It's a fine, fine documentary and performance by the Everly Brothers, the pioneers, really, in rock music. But we're asking you, before we do that, to go to your telephone to make a membership pledge. If you enjoyed Smithsonian tonight, maybe you watched Wild Wild World of Animals, maybe you enjoyed National Geographic last week, our triple header with National Geographic, maybe you've enjoyed the various other science specials we had. The Miracle of Life last night. We had a fascinating program on a balloon trip across the Atlantic, an aborted balloon trip across the Atlantic. Been terrific programs. Go to your telephone and call us at 716-881-4800. Don't hang back. Don't be known as a hanger-on or a freeloader. Some people have said that about people. Yes, about people who watch Channel 17 and don't call. We haven't said it. But I have heard people say it. Well, listen, I was talking to some people yesterday. I had to be in Albany, and I was talking to some people, and they asked about that. Somebody came up to me and said, I pledge. What about those other, you know? And I said, oh, that's a naughty word where we are.
Sure is a naughty
word. But we're
word.
asking you to call now. Make your membership pledge. Don't let other people think of you that way. You're not that way. You want to participate, don't you? 716-881-4800. Make your pledge of support right now. We're going to be going to the Everly Brothers very, very shortly. So call us now.
But you know, Mike, I talked to somebody the other day, and they said, I was afraid to call with membership pledge because I've been watching for years, I've been enjoying the programs for years, and I never called, so I was kind of hesitant to call. I said,
you're embarrassed to call in,
don't be silly. We're so happy that you finally went to the telephone, and now how do you feel? Let me ask you that question. She said, I do feel good. Nobody believes us when we say that, but you really will feel good about your membership support, about finally going to the telephone and making that call. We've taken 23 membership pledges so far in this membership break, but we're very quickly running out of time. We have to ask you to go to your telephone. Think of the moments you've enjoyed on Channel 17. You know, we don't expect you to watch every single program. We think of our broadcast day as somewhat of a menu, and you scan that menu and you select the encore that tastes the best to you. If that's Smithsonian, we need to know that so we can keep it on the menu for you. And the only way we can do that is with a little bit of your financial help. You can help us earn that $25,000, but only you can do it. It's actually coming down to needing your call and your pledge. You've watched us succeed without you in the past. It's not going to happen this time. Think for a minute. You would not find the Smithsonian anywhere else on any other television station as a series. Can you imagine it on commercial TV? It wouldn't last 2 weeks. It'd be gone, but it's here. Let's keep it here. You can do that with your call right now. We'll be by the phones at 716-881-4800.
From big band and ragtime to cabaret and pop, take a sentimental journey through the music of the past. Tony Martin hosts Saturday night at 8 here on Channel 17's Festival 84.
Gee, it's nice to hear them singing again. And you can hear them over and over because we can send your way this 2-record set. This is the recording of the Everly Brothers reunion that was taped back in September. And it can come your way as our way of saying thank you for your pledge of $120. It's a terrific album. To give you an idea of some of the songs on here: The Price of Love, Walk Right Back, Claudette, Crying in the Rain, Love is Strange, Take a Message to Mary, of course, Bye Bye Love is on here, and Kathy's Clown, and Devoted to You, and Good Golly Miss Molly, and many, many more. We can send it your way. Two albums, yes, as our way of saying thanks so much for your pledge of either $10 a month or $120 a year, and that will be matched dollar for dollar by a group of local foundations. You could also, if you wanted to, pledge $15 a month or $20 a month and still choose this 2-record set as your thank you gift, or you could pledge $5 a month for a pledge of $60, or a one-time gift of $40, or a pledge of $25. You choose the amount. You know what this is all about. We are in what we hope will be the final week of this membership drive. In order to make it the final week, however, we need to hear from 3,500 new members by Sunday evening. We've been counting down that number since Monday night, and we are still 2,822 new members away. We've got a long way to go, so we really, if you're thinking we don't need you, we really need your pledge of support. If we're successful, we get that number down to 0, we're going to cancel 2 whole days and 2 nights of this membership campaign. And a group of our new members and current members have put their dollars on the line, and they said, if you can make it, because it's your 25th birthday year, we're going to put all of our dollars together and we'll award you $25,000 to invest in programs. $25,000. Your pledge right now in any amount can earn that for us. Go to your telephone, take 1 minute before we go back to the Everly Brothers to dial 716-881-4800.
Let us review for you the membership levels. Maybe you don't watch Channel 17 regularly, and maybe you haven't seen us before during Festival 84. The reason we're here is we're nonprofit, we are non-commercial, we don't have any advertising on Channel 17, so a couple times a year we have to come to you and ask you for your support. We have to get about 50% of the total cost of operating this television station from the people who watch the station. That's where you come in. That's why we ask you to make a membership pledge. It may seem kind of funny to call a television station and help to pay for the programs, but that's what public television is all about. That's what we're asking you to do tonight. We are asking for 60 people, a minimum of 60 people who aren't now members of Channel 17, to go to their telephones to make a membership pledge. But I'd really prefer that you think of it as you and 59 other people. We'd like to have you say, yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be responsible for the kind of programming I like. Let the other 59 worry about themselves. We're asking you to worry about you right now to make your membership pledge for Channel 17. We were a little bit nervous about bringing this program. As a matter of fact, I happen to be on the committee that helps to choose these programs at PBS, and we were quite concerned about whether or not we ought to go forward with this program. And the reason we were concerned is we said, well, these people who are interested in the Everly Brothers are liable to be in the age range between 35 and 45 right about now, and they're probably starting families, or they may be a little bit established and so on. The question is, are they public television viewers? And if they are public television viewers, are they willing to support their programs like the viewers of Masterpiece Theater are, and like the science program viewers are, and like the parents of Sesame Street viewers? So we put it up to you tonight. I was called by the gentleman at PBS who's responsible for the whole acquisition program, and he said to me, would you please give us a report as soon as you've carried the program on the Everly Brothers? Would you please tell us how your audience feels about the Everly Brothers and whether or not they're interested in this kind of programming? In other words, should we go ahead and explore a program on the Beatles, for example? That really is up to you. We need to ask you tonight to vote. If you're interested in this kind of programming, we ask you to call us with a membership pledge to Channel 17. Your membership pledge is going to tell us whether or not you're interested in this kind of programming, and it'll help us to gather the dollars, not just to pay for this program, but other programs like this program. So please call us now at 716-881-4800. You can make a gift of $180, and the beauty of it is you can pay it off at $15 a month, so that while you're watching Channel 17, you pay off your pledge. Or you can make a gift of $120 and pay that at $10 a month, or a gift of $90. Guess what? You can pay it at $7.50 a month. You can make a gift of $60. You can pay that at $5 a month. That's $1.25 a week, not just for tonight's program, but all the Channel 17 programs. Or you could make a one-time 40 or a one-time 25 or any number that I didn't mention. You decide. But the important thing is that tonight, as far as PBS is concerned and as far as we're concerned, the important thing tonight is that you decide in favor of public television. We put the same proposition up to the audience for Live from the Grand Ole Opry about 4 years ago. They said yes, loudly and clearly. We put the same proposition up to the people who wanted to watch opera on public television, and they said yes, loudly and clearly. Now we put it squarely up to you. Are you interested? If so, please go to your telephone and make a membership pledge. Many in this age group also remember that we did the Weavers, we did Pete Seeger and Arlo Guthrie, we have done the Kingston Trio reunion and so on. Woody Guthrie program the other night. If you're interested in this kind of music, call us at 716-881-4800, but please do it tonight. You know, if we can get 3,500 new members by Sunday night, as Gene said, we can wipe out an additional 2 days of membership. You've already, you haven't if you're not a member, but everybody who's called and made a membership pledge so far has helped us to wipe out 2 days of membership. Now it's your turn on the other two. So please help us to wipe out the 20th and the 19th and be able to pick up $25,000 in program money here at Channel 17. How do we do it? By getting you to your telephone to make a pledge. We're looking for 60 people to make a membership pledge. It looks like we've taken about 10 calls so far. We're asking you to get to your telephone because you need to do it. Gene and I can't, you see, and our volunteers can't. All they can do is give up their evening to answer telephone calls. We've got to ask you to do it. Will you please do it now? It's a partnership. We can't do our job unless we get you to do yours. So please, call us now.
Mike makes a very good point. It isn't a coincidence that Masterpiece Theater has been on Channel 17 for so long, or that Sesame Street has been here, or that All Creatures, Great and Small, has been running, or great performances. It isn't a coincidence at all. Maybe it's the only program that those members watch, but they want to make sure that that program is here. We've taken 17 pledges tonight so far for the Everly Brothers. We need to welcome 60 new members on this membership break, and believe me, we have precious little time to get the job done. What we're doing during festival is kind of testing the water. Yes, it's a fundraising drive, but it's also a chance for us to experiment, to try new kinds of programs. And those programs that get supported by new members, those programs that get phone calls and pledges of support, are the kinds of programs that we're going to try to expand upon in the months to come and the years to come. We know, as Mike said, that opera is very popular. We know that country music is very popular. We know that classical music is very popular. But what about this kind of music? We know big bands are very popular. Will you step forward tonight and cast your vote before we report the final results to the producers of programs like this one? Let us know how you feel so we can serve you. Even if it's the only program you watch on Channel 17, decide tonight whether you want programs like tonight's with the Everly Brothers to continue. What other television station asks your opinion? When is the last time somebody came on commercial TV and said, gee, would you like to see some more of this kind of program? We've taken 23 membership pledges so far. Doesn't happen on commercial TV because they have to worry about advertisers and delivering the kinds of programs that advertisers feel you should be watching. Here at Channel 17, you, yes, one person, you have the most powerful and influential voice in our programming when you call with your pledge. Now, if you join us at the $120 level and you're not interested in receiving that 2-record set of the Everly Brothers reunion recorded at the Royal Albert Hall, you might be interested in our Channel 17 duffel bag. There is a great health craze going on. Maybe you play racquetball, maybe you play tennis. We've taken 27, we're almost halfway. This is the Channel 17 official duffel bag. It's made of sturdy, heavy canvas with wraparound straps and nice heavy zipper in the top. There's an embroidered 17 on both sides of the bag. You can fit a tremendous amount of things in this bag, let me tell you, because I've done it. And it can be our thank you gift to you for a pledge of $10 a month. And you'll hear that when you make that pledge, boop boop. That means that you just earned some of those foundation dollars. Please go to the phone. You can call us, collect. You can use your credit cards, however it's easiest for you. But dial 716-881-4800.
That bag, Gene, is great for the beach. It's great for going to a baseball game. You play softball or something. You can get everything in there but the bat. It's
great for a picnic.
Great for a picnic. It's great to go on vacations with and so on. You'll have all kinds of fun with it. Call us now. We're not a store. We really aren't. Of course we have the tote bags, and of course we have the Everly Brothers record, and we have all kinds of little fuzzy little animals and things like that. But that's not what Channel 17 is all about. We're a program service, and we realize unless we can deliver programs to you, you could care less about hearing about budgets. You could care less about hearing about premiums. You could care less about all the needs that we have and about all the days that we're trying to wipe out in terms of fundraising and things of that sort and quotas and goals and so on. You don't need to know that. What you really need to know, and we realize that, is whether or not the programs are any good. Do the programs mean something to you? Do you find them valuable? Are you interested in them? Are they enjoyable? Do you get a kick out of them? We're asking you, if you do, we're asking you to go to your telephone and make a membership pledge for Channel 17. We have taken 30 membership pledges for Channel 17. You know, Gene and I were talking about this program just before we came on the air, and we said it's going to be very interesting to find out what our audience thinks of this program. We have done some very interesting programs over the last, I'd say, about 5 years, and we call them our Saturday night closer programs. They're the nostalgia programs. They're the programs where we deal with music of the 30s, of the 40s, of the 50s, and so on. And we've got another one coming up this Saturday night called Sentimental Journey. But our concern, Gene's and mine, as we were talking was, we wonder what the audience who listened to the Everly Brothers, who grew up with the Everly Brothers, who played the Everly Brothers on car radios and went to dances and listened to them on records and so on, whether that audience would respond. Is there that same kind of attachment, that same kind of loyalty that the folks who listened in the 30s and, to Glenn Miller, the folks who listened in the 40s to Tommy Dorsey, the folks who listened in the 50s to Les and Larry Elgart, and so on, and, you know, Ralph Martirian, is that same kind of association there? That's what we're asking you tonight. That's the question that's on the line. That's the question that still needs to be answered. We're asking you to go to your telephone to make a membership pledge right now at 716-881-4800. We're halfway there.
35. We're
35. Okay, we're at 35. We need 25 additional new members on this break. We're listening. We're waiting for you to call. And, you know, we haven't taken your call yet. We don't expect you to make 25 membership pledges. That would be nice if you would. But we'd settle for one if you'd go to your telephone and call us and make a membership pledge. As Gene has pointed out, where else are you going to see this kind of programming? You don't get it anyplace else. You know, the commercial stations deal in terms of audiences of 500,000, 700,000, a million people watching a particular television show. Channel 17 deals in audiences of 10,000, 15,000, 25,000 for this program, 15,000 for that program, 35,000 for that program, 9,000 for that program, and so on. And we add all those audiences together, and that's how we get the number of people that we serve. So if you're saying to yourself, oh gosh, I only watch Channel 17 2 or 3 times a week, I'm going to leave it to the people who watch 15 times a week to call and make a membership pledge. That's wrong. I'll tell you why. The average PBS viewer watches 2 or 3 programs a week, just like you. And they're the people who call in and make membership pledges to Channel 17. So call us now. Join the people who are already members. Make it possible for us to keep this kind of programming on the air. Not for us, for you. 716-881-4800. Call us collect if you're outside our calling area. If you don't like our charge plans, how about Visa? How about MasterCard? How about American Express? Do it tonight. 716-881-4800.
Taking 36 pledges, and thank you to every one of those 36 people for going to the telephone and making a membership pledge. Tell you what, you're going to hear me say something that you've never heard come out of my mouth. Don't call. If you're not enjoying tonight's concert, don't call. There's really no reason for you to call and make a membership pledge. But if you are enjoying it, if maybe you're reliving some very pleasant memories about the good old days, then do go to the telephone.
Thank you for that 120.
We're at 39 right now. We can get all the way to 60 with your help. We're 21 away. We need you and 20 others to step forward and cast a vote for the Everly Brothers tonight if it's your kind of program. Let me remind you once again about our 2-album set that we can offer you for a pledge of $120. While Mike was talking, I was reading the liner notes, and it says in here, this album is more than just a recording of a wonderful concert. It's a record of an evening in which 2 gifted Kentucky boys reminded their friends and admirers why the 2 of them were the most influential singers in the 20th century. We've taken 41, and they reminded us of the pleasure they've given so many people for so many years. You want to say thank you to Don and Phil? Say thank you tonight to Public Television for producing this program and putting it on the air for you to enjoy. You weren't able to go to the concert at the Royal Albert Hall. You weren't able to hear the concert, but you're hearing it tonight. We're going to be by the phones as we go back to the program. Help us get to that goal. We can do that if you'll dial 716-881-4800.
Don't miss Judy Garland in Judy Sings on Festival 84 tomorrow night at 8 here on Channel 17.
Hi, Mike Collins and Gene Zeller. We'll be returning in just a few moments to the Everly Brothers. And we're asking you now, though, to go to your telephone and make a membership pledge. We took 48 new members on the last break, and that's essentially what we're looking for in these membership drives and these membership breaks, is new members for Channel 17, because we have to constantly expand our base of membership to be able to cover the increasing costs that we pay for programs that you enjoy. That's what we're asking you to do this evening. If you're enjoying the Everly Brothers, we're asking you to stand up and be counted tonight, because we really do have to report to PBS on how our audience in Western New York and Southern Ontario takes this program, and what kind of interest you have in a program like this. I happen to know that there is some interest in doing a program on the Beatles, for example. There's an interest in doing some other popular music programs, but all those depend really on a very positive response to a program like this evening. So we're asking you to go to your telephone and to help us to help you. We have set a goal for this program, the Everly Brothers in Concert and the Everly Brothers Reunion, and the Everly Brothers documentary tonight is really what it is. We're asking you to go to your telephone and make a pledge. We've set a goal of 200 for this program. We have taken 48 new members so far, so we have 152 to go. We're asking you, please, to hustle to that telephone. Don't wait a moment longer. Then the next time we come on the air, you can say, wait a minute, I'm already a member of Channel 17. And I can assure you that once you become a member of Channel 17, you really do feel different. People thought we were putting them on when we said that, and then we've had some calls back from people after they became members, and they asked to talk to Gene or to me or Scott, and said, you know, you really were right. We do feel better about being a member of Channel 17. And then, when you come on the air and ask people to become members, we wonder why all these other people aren't calling and becoming members of Channel 17. So we're asking you to go to your telephone tonight. On this break, we set a goal of 60 new members for Channel 17, and you can do it by making your membership pledge. You could pledge $180, and I know that's a lot of money. We kind of roll it off our tongues, and it doesn't sound like much. It really is, and we recognize that. But you can pay it at $15 a month, so that while you're making your membership gift to Channel 17, you can watch us and enjoy our services. Or you can make a $120 pledge and pay that at $10 a month. You can make a $90 pledge, and that can be paid at $7.50 a month. Or you can make a $60 pledge and pay it at $5 a month. We have a one-time 40, we have a one-time 25, whatever you want to give. But we're asking you to go to your telephone to make your membership pledge to Channel 17 right now. We have taken 7 pledges so far. We're looking for 60 new members for Channel 17 on this break for a gift of $120 or more, as we showed you on the last break. Maybe you weren't here, however. Maybe you just tuned in late. You can have this double record album, the Everly Brothers Reunion Concert. That's with a gift of $120 or more to Channel 17. Don and Phil Everly looking at each other, and they look like they're never going to part on that on that album. It includes The Price of Love and Walk Right Back and Crying in the Rain and Love is Strange, Bye Bye Love, All I Have to Do is Dream, Wake Up Little Susie, Kathy's Clown, Till I Kissed You, Temptation, Lucille, Let It Be Me, I Wonder If I Care As Much, When Will I Be Loved, Bebopalooza, Lightning Express, Put My Little Shoes Away, Step It Up and Go. Comes to you with a gift of $120 or more to Channel 17. 2 records. Call us now, 716-881-4800. Let us try to do something, because we really do have to send the message to PBS, and we'd really like to send a real positive message. Why don't we do something that I think we have not done yet on this drive?
Ring
Let's
all
get
the phones?
every telephone in the studio ringing. That's every single telephone that has a volunteer behind it ringing with a membership pledge for Channel 17. We've got 25 volunteers here. Let's get 25 telephones ringing in this studio, and I know we can do that 60 new member pledges. 716-881-4800. It starts with your telephone call. Please don't let somebody else do it. Don't wait for them to do it. You take it on yourself to do it now.
That's right. The longest journey begins with the first step, and you're the first step for us right now. You know, quite honestly, there's been a stigma about this kind of a program, this genre of program. We've tried in the past during membership campaigns all different kinds of musical programs, and we found that when we broadcast a program like Sentimental Journeys, a program that features the great singers from the 30s and the 40s, that it's very popular. We've taken 11 membership pledges so far, however. When we broadcast opera, that's also very popular. People go to their telephones and they make membership pledges. But we've been a little bit reluctant to get into this kind of programming. We've taken 13 now. For example, the Beach Boys. It didn't perform as well as we hoped it would. The telephones weren't ringing, the support wasn't there, but we decided to give this one last try. Do you like this program with the Everly Brothers tonight? This may be your last opportunity to let us know that this is the way we can best serve you.
Super Wednesday, it's time to vote.
Super Wednesday, that's right. You know, we try very hard to have a little bit of something for everyone. We don't expect to please you all of the time with our programming, but we expect to please you some of the time. And if the Everly Brothers is what pleases you, please let us know that tonight. Don't do yourself a disservice by sitting back and assuming that somebody else is going to call. Oh, gee, they always make their goals. They don't really need me. We need you tonight. And if you can dig a little bit deeper and come up with $120, pay it at $10 a month. That's just about what you pay for one concert. That'll be matched dollar for dollar by our local foundations. You'll hear that little boop boop in the background. You'll get us one member closer to that $25,000 in canceling 2 days of this membership campaign. We've taken 18 pledges right now. Maybe you've watched Paul Simon on Channel 17. Maybe you watched Peter, Paul, and Mary when we broadcast them. You're watching certainly tonight. You wouldn't be watching if you didn't enjoy it. And in case you were just flipping through the dial, hit those commercials, decided to see what was on at 10 o'clock, stay with us because we've got the Everly Brothers tonight. It's just a super, super program, and it gets better as we go along. So you can go to your telephone right now. You won't miss any of the program because it only takes a minute to tell our volunteer your name, your address, and the amount you'd like to pledge. You know what? St. Patrick's Day is coming, and I just think these would be great, you know. If your wife or your husband nags you about tipping the bottle a little bit, you could drink Irish coffee out of these Channel 17 coffee mugs. What a super way to use them. Oh, forget the tea and the coffee. And they are blue, cobalt blue. They have a beige 17 on both sides for righties and for lefties. And we can set aside 2 of them for you for a pledge of $60. We've taken 22 membership pledges. Or we could set aside 4 of them for a pledge of $90. It's awful quiet in this studio. Will you applaud? If you were at the concert, you'd applaud, wouldn't you? You'd be hooting and hollering and applauding the Everly Brothers, enjoying the music. The applause meter here are ringing telephones. Will you go to your phone right now and dial area code 716-881-4800?
You know, I think we all have a tendency really to say somebody else is going to do it. But as Gene pointed out, if you were at a concert like this, if you were seeing the Everly Brothers perform, you're getting to see some great film clips here of their early performances that you wouldn't see at a concert. But if you were there, you wouldn't let somebody else sit and applaud for you. If the music moved you, you'd stand up and applaud. You'd say, that's great, boy, that's terrific, and bring them back for an encore and so on. You'd do it yourself. That's what we're asking you to do tonight. We're asking you to take it on yourself to support your kind of programming. 24 people have decided that they want to support their kind of programming. We're asking you to support your kind of programming because not everybody watches the same kind of program on Channel 17. Do you watch Masterpiece Theater, for example? Do you watch Agronsky and Company? Do you watch Bill Buckley on Sunday afternoons? Do you watch Nature? You see, maybe some of those people who watch those programs aren't interested in watching the Everly Brothers either. If you answered no to any one of those, maybe they wouldn't watch the Everly Brothers. That's why it's so important, so critical that each audience that we have here at Channel 17 support its own kind of programming. If we were a commercial television station, we wouldn't have to do a long run of membership like this. All we'd have to do, if we needed to have membership on a commercial television station, all we'd have to do is go on the air maybe around the most popular program that we had, let's say a Dallas or something like that. And we'd be talking maybe to 70% of our total audience for the week in that one program. But that's not the way Channel 17 puts its program schedule together. We put a program schedule together that appeals in part to public affairs people, in part to people who like cultural performances, in part to people who like children's programs or science programs or nature programs, or in this case, popular music programs. And that's why we're asking you to go to your telephone and call, because we ask each audience to call in to make a membership pledge, and an awful lot of them have called during this week. We've had the Leo Biscaglia audience, for example, last night called in with a great number of membership pledges, over 250 pledges. We're asking you tonight for the popular music fans to call in with gifts, and we're only asking for 200 new members for Channel 17. So far, we've taken 26 on this break. We ought to be able to do a whole lot better than that. We can. We can't. You have to, if we're going to do it. We're asking you, please, to help us to be able to serve you. We're a very I think, special kind of institution and a very unique kind of institution in that we can't do our job unless you will give us the opportunity to do that. That's not so with a General Motors or something like that. General Motors continues to operate, and you know they have reserves, and if they don't sell as many cars, well, they cut back on employees and so on, but they still keep manufacturing cars, and they're still out there in the dealers' showrooms and so on. With Channel 17, if we can't meet our operating budget, because it's a precarious thing each year, if we can't meet that operating budget, then we have to think about cutting back on expenses. And cutting back on expenses, unfortunately, means cutting back on programs. That's our whole product. That's the whole output of Channel 17. And when we cut back on programs, it's liable to be your favorite kind of program that gets affected. We don't want that to happen. We never want to cut back on programs. We want to bring you even better programs, and we want to bring them to you more often. How do we do it? By getting your pledge of support right now. 716-881-4800. Join the 30 people who've already called on this break. But where are the other 30 or 40 or 50 or 150 that we ought to be taking on this break? Maybe we should have said on this break, there are probably 25,000 people watching this program tonight. Maybe we should have said, we need 20,000 membership pledges for Channel 17. We know out of those 25,000, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 are members. We need to get 20,000 membership pledges on this break, or we won't be able to continue this kind of program. Then you would know that we were talking directly to you. Then you would know that we were saying your program's on the line and you have to give if your program is going to be able to continue to be there. You'd understand that. I think the problem is we say, well, we only want 50 or 60 or 75 or 100 new membership pledges, and you say, oh gosh, they only need that many out of all those people that are watching. Somebody else will take care of it. I don't have to worry about it. Have you ever been in a situation where something disappeared, something was lost, and you said to yourself, I wonder why that's not around anymore? And you came to find out it was because you didn't participate? Don't want that to happen with your favorite television program. 716-881-4800. Call us now. Make your membership pledge.
We have a super group of volunteers manning our telephones tonight, but many of them aren't busy right now. I know what you're thinking. 60 membership pledges, they're probably fudging. They probably have 60 members already. But I'm going to ask our volunteers to do something. Everyone who hasn't taken a membership pledge for the Everly Brothers tonight, please raise your hand, and we're going to show our volunteers how many people have not taken an Everly Brothers pledge tonight. Way up high so our viewers at home can see.
Look down there. Look down there.
They haven't taken a single membership pledge all night since this program began.
Now, how many haven't taken a pledge on this break? How many? Look at those hands go up.
Look at that. Isn't that tremendous?
Call us now. Boy, you can get all of them busy.
That's right. They're the Buffalo chapter of Links Incorporated and members of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Buffalo. Sarita Dugas is here tonight. All of these people are here because of two things. Number one, they believe in public television. They believe that individuals like yourself should have a say in what's on television today. And number two, they believe in you. They believe if you see something on your television that you really enjoy and that you'd like to see again, you'll come through with a membership pledge. Will you confirm that belief right now? 33 people have done everything they can do to help us reach our goal so that the Everly Brothers and musical programs like this one can continue on this public television station for you. Will you join with them? They're counting on you now to do your part, whatever you feel is your fair share. You say you can't afford $15 a month? How about $10 a month? How about $5 a month? You can't even buy an album these days for $5. You certainly can't go to a concert for $5 a month. How about a one-time pledge of $40 or $25 or any amount I haven't mentioned? You choose the amount. You decide what this program is worth, but please go to your telephone. And let me remind you again about the album, actually 2 albums. It's a double record set that can come your way. This is the recording from the Everly Brothers reunion, and they were real nervous about doing this concert because they haven't been talking to each other for a long time. The producers of the concert were a little nervous too. But the music that came out of this concert was so electrifying and so wonderful. I'm very happy that they captured it on record, and we can send it to you for a pledge of $10 a month. 36 people have gone to the phone. That's not 60, but it could be with your call at 716-881-4800.
We have a real outpouring of support from our volunteers this evening who generously donated their time to come down and take membership calls. And you know, many of them are members of Channel 17, so they can't do any more at this point. They've given everything they can. They've given of their time so that you could become a member. We're not really asking you to write out a check tonight. We're not asking you to hop in your car and drive down to your mailbox and drop an envelope in the mail with a check to us. Not at all. All we're asking you to do is to call us with a membership pledge. If we got on the telephone and we called you, you'd probably say, sure, I'd love to become a member of Channel 17 if it'll help you keep this kind of programming on the air. And you'd tell us how much you wanted to give. But we can't do that. We don't know who you are. We have to ask you to turn it around and call us. We're going to be here. Our volunteers will be here during the program to take your pledge, and we're asking you to call us at 716-881-4800. Please do it now.
From big band and ragtime to cabaret and pop, take a sentimental journey through the music of the past. Tony Martin hosts Saturday night at 8 here on Channel 17's Festival 84.
Get your toes to tapping.
The Everly Brothers.
How would you like to get rid of us? Wouldn't that be great? You can do that right now.
What a deal.
This membership break is scheduled for 13 minutes now. Mike and I had a little discussion, and we decided that if you will call with your membership pledge and 4 other people, for every 5 new members we welcome, we're going to cut off 1 minute of this break. So we could wrap it up very, very quickly. Also, if we reach 50 new members in this break, this will be the last membership break of the evening. So if you've been thinking, gee, I'm really enjoying the Everly Brothers, but I'm certainly not enjoying Mike and Jean, you can get rid of us. You can get us off your television by going to your telephone right now, spending 1 minute and a couple of dollars out of your pocket to become a new member in support of this terrific program. It really is terrific. I hope you're enjoying it. And if your pledge, again, is at the $120 level, remember...
What a deal it is, Gene. Every telephone ought to light up here.
I would think so. I didn't think we were so popular.
What a rare offer that is. I'll tell you, if I were sitting out there, I think I would run to my telephone and get in a membership pledge real fast, because I could, you know, and I would hope that about, 35 other people would call, because that would immediately cut seven minutes off.
That's right, and right back to the concert we'd go.
50 other people would call immediately, and then it'd cut 5 minutes or 10 minutes
I mean, it's one thing canceling a day at the end of the drive. That seems so far away, but right now, you can get us off.
Immediate
right
gratification.
Now, that's right, immediate gratification. Go to your telephone and make your pledge. If you join us at the $120 level, we still do have that 2-album set of the Everly Brothers reunion concert at the Royal Albert Hall that was taped back in September. Almost every one of your favorite songs is on this 2-record set, and we can send it your way. You'll hear a little boop-boop in the background, and you'll earn some of those foundation dollars that we can put to work for your kind of program. But it starts with you. I can't believe we haven't cut off a minute yet. Do you like us? You want us to stay? I can't believe that. Please go to your telephone and dial 716-881-4800.
Our goal on this break is to get 50 new members for Channel 17. We take 50 new members. There won't be any more breaks this evening, which we would love, and we're sure you would love too. So please go to that telephone. Make it happen right now. If you're enjoying the Everly Brothers, we keep pointing out to you because it's very, very necessary. We do need to take a vote on this kind of programming. We did carry the Beach Boys. We did carry this program tonight, and we have carried things like the Kingston Trio and so on. And we really want to get your opinion of this kind of programming. And your opinion we take when you vote with your membership pledge for Channel 17. Or, on the other hand, if you don't vote for Channel 17, if you don't vote with your membership pledge. So we're asking you, please, go to that telephone right now at 716-881-4800. Make your pledge count. You can make it count double tonight. You know, if you make a membership gift of $120 or more, if it's a new pledge, what's going to happen? We're going to get a dollar-for-dollar match from some local foundations. Only you can make it happen. Go to that telephone and call us now at 716-881-4800. We just dropped a minute. Okay, we just dropped a minute. We're asking you to get to that telephone and make it happen at 716-881-4800. It's going to happen right now. If you call us now at 716-881-4800, we're going to go right back to the program. Let's get everybody to their telephone. Don't worry about all the other people. Worry about yourself. But get to that telephone now to make your membership pledge at 716-881-4800.
You know, the biggest reason to call with your membership pledge is not to get Mike and myself off the air, although that may be paramount in your mind right now. But the real reason to call is because you're enjoying tonight's program. We're going to be reporting to PBS about how you responded in Western New York and Southern Ontario to the Everly Brothers. They use that as a gauge to decide whether or not they should invest more programming dollars in this kind of program. You'll decide that with your pledge or your lack of it. If you don't call, you're really doing yourself a disservice.
Excuse me, Gene, 2 more calls and we'll have knocked off another minute.
2 more calls? You and one other person. If we had 1 call from Southern Ontario and 1 call from Western New York, we could wipe out another minute. That'd be great. We'll get back to the program 2 minutes earlier. I want to get back to the program, don't you? Please go to your phone and dial 716-881-4800.
Okay, we've just knocked off that second minute.
Terrific. Now let's work on the third. Will you
Now
go
we need another 5 new membership pledges and we'll wipe out another minute.
That's right. I showed you earlier our Channel 17 duffel bag. Let me show you our tote bag. It's made of the same sturdy canvas. It's navy blue and green. We call this our a la prep bag. It's got an embroidered 17 on both sides. It's not just stuck there, it's embroidered. And you can carry everything. I've got my shoes in here, my boots, my lunch, everything is in here tonight. I carry one with me everywhere. This can come your way for a pledge of $120, or you could choose the duffel bag I showed you earlier for a pledge of $120. Or for a pledge of $240, you could choose both bags. They could be matching luggage. They could be his and her bags. It's up to you. They can both come your way if you'd like. And that pledge, there they are, 2 of them. That pledge will be matched. 2
more and we'll knock off another minute.
Dollar for dollar. 2 more and we knock off another minute. What are you waiting for? Go to your telephone. I know you want to go back to the concert. I bet if you were at the Royal Albert Hall during the reunion concert, you would have given them a standing ovation at the end of their performance. Well, give them a standing ovation tonight as you get up from the chair and walk over to the telephone with your pledge of support. Please call 716-881-4800.
Okay, we've just dropped another minute. Let's
3
keep
minutes
it going.
down,
716-881-4800. You can make it happen this evening. We're giving the extra bonus of trying to wrap this whole thing up a whole lot faster than we normally would. We're trying to give you the program. We know that's what you're interested in, but we are asking you to vote tonight on whether or not you're interested in this kind of programming, and you make your membership pledge at the same time you make your vote. As a matter of fact, your vote is your membership pledge for Channel 17. If we don't hear from you, then we get the other message, and the other message is you're really not very interested, and then that obviously is the message that we have to send to PBS. So we're asking you to make it happen tonight. We're asking you to call us at 716-881-4800. If this was your kind of music, if you remember back in the 60s and the 70s, if you remember the Everly Brothers and you used to listen to them around the radio, or you used to play their records, or you used to listen to them on a car radio or something like that, coming home from high school or whatever it was, get on the telephone and call us now. Make your membership pledge to Channel 17, 716-881-4800. Call us collect if you're outside our calling area. Do your membership gift at $120. You can pay it at $10 a month.
Another.
Okay, we're close to dropping another one. You can do it. You can make a membership pledge of $90 and pay that at $7.50 a month. You can make a membership pledge of $60 and pay that at $5 a month. You can do a $40 one-time pledge or a $25 one-time pledge. But we're asking you to go to the telephone right now with your membership pledge, 716-881-4800. Don't wait any longer. You know, you may not be able to watch Channel 17. Maybe you're going to be going out of town, or maybe something's going to happen over the next couple of days that you won't be watching Channel 17. Maybe it's just not in your plans. If that's the case, this is your real opportunity tonight to make sure that we're able to draw down $25,000 additional dollars for programming at Channel 17, courtesy of our members who are going to give if you will make a membership pledge. If we can get 3,500 new members by Sunday night, we still need 2,743 new members for Channel 17. We've taken 800 approximately. We still need 2,700 plus. We're looking for you to go to your telephone. We want you as one of those new members for Channel 17. Remember those posters that said Uncle Sam wants you? Well, Channel 17 wants you. We need you tonight to become a member of Channel 17 so we can bring you the kinds of programs that you're interested in watching. If you like this kind of programming, there is a way of saying so. And you normally wouldn't find a television station saying to you, do you want to help choose the programs that are on the air? You don't get that very often. Normally what you get is a television station saying, here's the program, boy. And you write in, well, that's nice, thank you very much. But it doesn't really have a whole lot of effect on what's on the air. We're asking you tonight to determine what's on the air by calling us, 716-881-4800. Please do it right now.
You live in the same real world we live in. You know that nothing comes free, no matter what anybody tells you. Everything has a price attached to it. So do television programs. You don't see membership breaks on commercial TV because they build the advertising costs into every single product or service that's advertised on commercial television. So every time you go to the grocery store, every time you go to the drugstore, every time you buy a product or a service that's been endorsed on commercial TV, these days everything's endorsed, what you're doing in essence is paying that commercial television station's bills. You watch programs on Channel 17 outside of membership campaigns without a single solitary interruption from beginning to end. But there's a price to be paid for that. There's a little bit of a responsibility attached to that. If you want it to continue, you say yes in one very important way with your pledge of support in whatever amount you choose, whether it's $20 a month or $15 or $10 or $7.50 or $5 a month. The amount is not important, but we need you to take the place of the advertiser because we don't have that revenue to produce your programs. We need your call and your pledge of support, not thousands of dollars, but whatever you decide the program is worth to you. Don't wait any longer. Please go to your telephone. As promised, we cut off 3 minutes. We're going back to the program, but we'll be here to take your call at 716-881-4800.
Don't miss Judy Garland in Judy Sings on Festival 84 tomorrow night at 8 here on Channel 17.